Hey guys, welcome to Salem Stitches. In today's video I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this beautiful flared dress that I'm wearing right here. If you are curious, watch till the end. Let's get straight into it.
So this is a crepe fabric that I'm working with today, and this fabric is 2 yards of fabric. We're going to be marking on the wrong side. Okay, so first of all, fold your fabric into 2 equal halves like so. After folding your fabric into 2 in a square shape, we're also going to go ahead again to fold our fabric into 4. But in this case, we're making a flared dress. We're not going to be folding the fabric in another square shape. We're folding it in a cone shape. Okay, let me show you what I mean. You will fold it like this, like a triangle. Okay, ensuring that the side that is on fold is facing you. Okay, so this is it, guys. By the time you are done, you should get something like this. So we're going to be starting our measurement, taking our measurement from this side that is on fold. Okay, for the next thing we're going to do now is to start taking our measurements. Okay, if you are using a soft crepe fabric like mine, you should go ahead and secure your fabric down with pins so that it won't move while you are marking on your fabric. So now the first thing we're going to do is to divide our shoulder into 2 and indicate it at the top here. Okay, my shoulder is 14 inches. 14 divided by 2 will give me 7 inches. So I went ahead to mark out my 7 inches here, and I added ½ inch for seam allowance. So guys, after indicating half of your shoulder measurement here and getting your shoulder line, the next thing we're going to do now is to indicate our neck width. Okay, so because this cloth is a free dress and we're not going to need zipper for it, we are going to come in by 3 inches for our neck width, and then the neck depth we're also going to come down by 3 inches. Okay, but I'm also going to add ½ inch for seam allowance right here. So now you can go ahead and use your curve ruler to make a curve. Okay, so after doing that, now on this shoulder line we're going to come down by 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Okay, this is because our shoulder is not straight, so when cutting you have to also not forget this process. Now I'm going to go ahead now to connect that 1 inch point back to the shoulder. Okay, like as you can see now, you are going to connect it back to where the neckline is. Okay, in a slanty manner. Okay, so after getting that point now, guys, we are going to come down by our depth of armhole. My own depth of armhole is 8 inches. I'm going to add ½ inch for seam allowance, and I'll indicate it right here. So from this point you're going to come down by 8 inches and mark it right here. After doing that, now this part is also going to serve as our bust line. From this point where you mark down your depth of armhole, just draw a straight line across. Okay, so that line is going to also serve as your bust line. Now you are going to divide your round bust circumference by 4 and add 1.5 inches to it for ease. Okay, and then you indicate it on this line. My bust circumference divided by 4 is 8.5 plus ½ inch plus 1.5 inches. That will give me 10 inches. So I'll go ahead and indicate it right here. Okay, so from this point now, what we're going to do is to draw a straight line to connect this part. After that, guys, you need to get the midpoint of this line. Okay, which is 8 divided by 2 now will give us 4 inches. I'll just go ahead and mark it here. So after getting that part, you are going to come in by ½ inch. Okay, after coming in by ½ inch, now you are going to connect your armhole curve. It will pass through this point where that ½ inch is, and then you're just going to draw out a curve. Okay, I'm just trying not to block the view. Okay guys, so we have gotten our armhole curve. It is very simple. Now the next thing we're going to do is to take the full length of our dress. Okay guys, so the full length of my dress is going to be 40 inches, but because I am going to attach a ruffle design at the end of the dress, I cut out the part for that ruffle design. So the flare part, I am going to cut it out at 29 inches, and then the length of my ruffle is going to be 11 inches, so that by the time I combine it, it is going to give me 40 inches as I desired. Okay, so now I'm going to, from this shoulder point now guys, take note of this. You will place your tape measure and take the full length of your dress down like this. Okay, so for me it is 29 inches. I'm going to go ahead and mark down that 29 inches. Then you will still maintain the same point. Then you will shift your tape measure like this and still mark out that 29 inches. You are not just going to take a straight measurement all the way. Your tape measure will remain at one point while you are taking this measurement. Okay, so guys, after you are done marking out the length of your dress, just go ahead now and connect this part this way down, all the way down to the ending of your dress. Okay, there is no special formula to this one. Just go ahead and do this. After joining this part to this part, you just go ahead now and cut. So guys, after we are done, this is how it is looking. It's looking so beautiful already. So I'm going to use this bias to just sew around my neckline and around my armhole. Remember that this dress is sleeveless, so around the neckline and the armhole, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how it's looking. Okay, so guys, I have gone ahead to sew my bias tape around my armhole and also on my neckline, and this is what we have here. Okay, it is looking all neat and well sewn. So the next thing that I'm going to do now is to go over and join the sides of my dress. Okay, I'm just going to go now and join this side down and also join the other side down. So guys, I have gone ahead to sew the sides of my dress together. As you can see, the next thing that we need to do now is to take the measurement of the bottom part of this dress so that we can cut out the fabric that we use for the ruffle design. Okay, and I have gone ahead to take the measurements of my own. The measurements, the round measurements around the entire flare is 123 inches. That is how long it is. So on the fabric that you are going to use for your ruffle design, you have to ensure that that fabric is twice or 4 times longer than the size or the measurement you got around your flare. That is because the longer the fabric is, the more ruffle it's going to give you to make your dress look more beautiful. Okay, so my own is twice the size of my flare dress, and I've already gone ahead to cut it out right here. The length is very long, and then the width is about 10 inches. I wanted it to be longer than that, but the fabric I'm working with was just 2 yards, so it was not enough for me to get a longer length. Okay, so after cutting out your ruffle design fabric like this, you need to go ahead to sew it round, both on the upper part and on the lower part. That is because after creating the gathers for this, you won't need to come back and be hemming it. So go ahead and hem it up and down, and then after you have hemmed it, you are going to go to the sewing machine and run a loose stitch of about 1 inch or ½ inch, depending on how you want your design to be. Okay, because this ruffle is going to be overlapping on top of our flare. So if you want yours to be longer, the overlap, you can come down by 1 inch, or if you are working with a longer fabric, you can use 1 inch. You start running your stitch at 1 inch. But if you don't have a fabric that is long like mine that I'm managing, you can go ahead to run it at ½ inch. Okay, that is how I am running my own as well. And if you don't know how to run a loose stitch to create a ruffle design, I have a detailed video on my channel that you can go and check out to learn how to do that, or I'll leave the link in the description box so you can check it out and know how to do it. So ensure that the stitch you are running on your fabric is a loose stitch. Okay, after running it, create your gathers, and then we're going to come back to attach our ruffle design to our fabric. So I will go ahead to my sewing machine now and do that, and I'll be right back. So guys, I've gone ahead to run my loose stitch and I've created the gathers for my dress. Okay, you can see how it came out. It is looking so beautifully well. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and attach this to my dress, okay, but it is going to overlap on top of the dress. I'm not going to sew this in, okay guys. So I am going to go ahead to my sewing machine now, and I will stitch this on top of the dress, okay. The gathers is going to lap on top of the dress. So what I'm going to do is that where the stitch, where I run that loose stitch, I'm still going to follow that line to attach these gathers to my fabric right now, okay. I created 2 loose stitches, so I will run the first one and I will go back again and sew on the second stitch, okay, just to attach it to this dress. And that is the last thing that we need to do for the dress, okay. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and I will come back now guys. By the time I return, I am going to be showing you the final look of this dress. So don't go nowhere, stay tuned, I'll be right back.
And voila! Behold the final look of our flayed dress, guys. Isn't it beautiful? It is beautiful, if I do say so myself. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I do. If you did and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like, share with your friends and family, okay, and also give me a thumbs up. I will totally appreciate that. Okay guys, so this is how it is looking. I just love the final result. If you recreate this, please let me know in the comment section, okay, and tag me as well. I will see you in the next one. Bye.